Truth is, I'm tired. Options of you. I'm trying to break, but where are Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 Hearts channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. I know you guys are shocked to see me. I know you guys are shocked to see me because Lit at 6 is normally on Tuesdays. So I know you guys are shocked to see me, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing that I'm here. That is a good thing that I'm here because we got some issues we have to talk about. Too much was going on. Too much was going on. The Mercury retrograde is over. Hold on one. Word on the curb is the Mercury retrograde is over today. And honey, Mercury retrograde, don't bring your raggedy ass back around here no more. Don't bring your raggedy ass back round here no more. Because when I tell you Mercury retrograde dragged every motherfucking body, it dragged everybody, including me, right? It dragged everybody. And you know what's crazy? I want to say something about this, right? Because they said that it comes a couple of times a year. So I'm going to go check now and see the couple of times that it came because I want to see if those times there was some on some part it's Mercury retrogrades for why an adult I was getting dragged along with it. So let me see, let me go look, and if you guys know anything about Mercury retrograde, let me know because I never really paid this no mind. I never really paid this any mind. I just started hearing about this just recently. So hold on one sec, let me see the dates for the year because then that would explain a lot, right? Wow, it's going to come again at the end of the year. I'm not in the mood, Mercury retrograde. I'm not in the mood. So if you coming back at the end of the year, I'm not here for it. I'm really not. So anyway, it does explain a lot. It says in 2025, Mercury retrograde during will be in Mercury will be in retrograde during 3 periods: March 14th to April 6th. Makes a lot of sense on my end. July 17th to August 10th. Makes a lot of sense on my end. Exactly. And it's supposed to come back November 9th to November 29th. The July retrograde particularly will be in the sign of Leo and will end on August 11th. Here's a more detailed breakdown. March 14th to April 6th. The first retrograde of the year will likely affect communication, travel, and contracts. July 17th to August 10th. This retrograde happening in Leo is a time for reflection on personal expression and authenticity. It may also bring up old flames and emotional issues. November 9th to November 29th, the final retrograde of the year will be in Sagittarius and Scorpio, potentially impacting career and public life. What to expect during Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde periods are often associated with communication breakdowns, travel delays, and misunderstandings. It's generally advised to avoid making major decisions or signing contracts during these times and to proceed with extra caution in areas ruled by Mercury. Tips for navigating Mercury retrograde. Slow down and be mindful. Take extra time to consider your words and actions. Reflect and revise. Use the retrograde as an opportunity to review and refine your plans. Be patient with delays. Understand that things may take longer than usual. Double check details. Avoid errors by carefully reviewing information and documents. Reconnect with the past. Retrograde periods can be a good time to revisit old relationships or projects. Just be mindful of potential drama. Okay, wow. Well, like I said, this was never really um my thing. I never really paid it no mind. As a matter of fact, I just heard about it in the last couple of years. But in any event, what it seems like it's a very serious thing because people be watching and following, and I just sweat a whole lot of shit. So, okay, that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot if I was the type of person that was into that. But in my opinion, everything happens for a reason. So whether it was Mercury retrograde or not, it is what it is, right? Which brings me to all of the hot topics that we have for today. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know what the fuck. 2025 is doing. I don't know what 2025 is doing, but I guess we will just find out by the end of the year what's going on. Hold on one sec, you guys. Hold on one sec. Listen, I really think, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold the freak on. At this point, maybe Mercury retrograde ain't want me talking about it because it's nothing wrong with my freaking internet. It's nothing wrong with my freaking internet. So that should not have happened. I'm sorry. I got booted out. Again, there's nothing wrong with my internet. I got a triple fucking check last week. So it should not be booting me out. It's nothing else running. Like, I don't know. But anyway, welcome back to the Operation Heal 100 channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot topics. If you guys missed it, I just was talking a little bit about Mercury retrograde, but I guess I'm gonna have to leave that shit alone and just get on to the hot topics because this don't make no goddamn sense. It kicked me out again. I don't know why it does that. It's annoying, but that's what happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to it. So, I mean, again, I don't know what's the deal. I do not know what's the deal with the whole, everybody's in relationship turbulence and I don't know. So Alicia Keys is on the docket. Yandy once again is on the fucking docket with Mendices. Cash Dollars on the docket. Something took place with Kirk Frost's daughter and her boyfriend, and then it's just a lot going on. So I think I want to talk about this whole Kirk Frost and her daughter and his daughter and her boyfriend and all that situation first. So let me pull that up and I'll read to you guys what I heard about what happened because it seems to have been somebody was actually unalived. So that's not good. Hold on one second. I'll let you guys. It says here, so y'all heard about Rashida and Kirk Frost. Let me make sure I'm still lit. So y'all heard about Rashida. Hey, Linda, my nosy neighbor. Y'all heard about Rashida and Kirk Frost's daughter calling her brothers on the dude she was messing with, and they unalived him last night. Then they're also saying Kirk and Rashida picked them up from around the corner after everything happened, and they're hiding them. So allegedly, the dude was unalived last night. His name was T Hood. He was a rising artist out of Atlanta. He had dealings with Kay Frost, Kirk and Rashida's daughter. No, that's not Rashida's daughter. Her name is Kelsey. Yeah. And they got into it, and she called her brothers Kai Frost, which is Kirk and Rashida's son, and the other brother, he's in the family pick in the corner with the glasses on. But she called them, and they got into an altercation, left, and came back to unalive him, allegedly. All of their kids that are involved have either disabled their comments, made their page private, deleted all of their posts, or limited their comments. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Now, I remember Kelsey, because sometimes she will show up on Love and Hip Hop. She will show up on Love and Hip Hop, and she was having what's his name? She'll have like Rashida's back when stuff be going on with her and her father, and, trying to check her father basically. So let's get into what the hell they say is going on around these parts. And if this person really passed away, come on now. Come on, this is sad. This is sad. All righty then. Let's share so we can talk about it. Let's talk about it. Share the screen. Make it the home, and let's get into it. So it says here, oh wow, T Hood's sisters accused Kelsey Frost of setting him up, says her brothers fatally shot him, cleaned up the scene, and went into hiding. If it's self-defense, you wouldn't run from the scene. You would just stay because you did nothing wrong. Neighbors, the plot thickens. As previously reported, Atlanta rapper T Hood was fatally shot at his home. His girlfriend Kelsey Frost recently spoke out denying speculation that she'd been involved in getting him harmed. But according to his family, that's far from the case. T Hood's sisters, Maija and Jada, took to social media accusing Kelsey of setting up their brother. They didn't stop there. They went on to claim that Kirk Frost Jr. and his younger brother Kai were allegedly behind the shooting as well. He shot my brother 5 times in the chest, back, and stomach. Oh my God. One sister wrote in a social media post. She went on to write her 2 brothers and even posted photos of them. The sisters also pushed back on speculation that T Hood could have been shot out of self-defense, stating that if it were truly self-defense, why would the brothers allegedly leave the scene after the incident? The family says they want justice and are heartbroken, and that their mother's only son has been tragically killed. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. This is terrible. She stated that he was leaving her brother. Oh my God. If someone is so-called beating you up in the house, beating you up in your house, why not call 911 to remove the person from the home? And he lived there as well. And Kai Frost lived there as well, which is why why wait on someone to be shot, then call 911? And again, your brother already lived there in the house. Why wait on your older brother to come, then shoot him together? When 911 could have been called from 3 p.m. You wait till 3 or 4 more hours later, then call 911, and then you didn't even call 911. You had us call 911. Please shut the fuck up and stop eating on this app. If this was a self-defense situation, why would the brother leave the house before the police arrived? And there were no weapons, just a shot person. That was already dead at the scene. You took time to clean up, not call 911, because the 911 call came from Lithonia. Then you called after police were already en route. Why run if it was self-defense? Oh my God, this is the other brother, the one who said his ankle hurts. He shot him also, but left the scene before police came. He also stated that his sister called him to the property for help. Oh my God. Yeah, this is Kirk and Rashida's son, Kai. Oh my God. That's not towards that comments. That's for all the ignorant comments that know they don't even make sense. If it's self-defense, you wouldn't run from the scene. You would stay at the scene because you did nothing wrong. Okay, so I wanna say something about this. And it's so funny that this came up because I actually was having a family discussion about this as well, right? This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible, right? But it's also terrible to participate in domestic violence. Right. So I think it goes both ways. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't partake in any domestic violence. I have I did date one guy that tried that, but that was over 20 years ago. And the one tried and you was up out of here, right? So I don't really know what that looks like when your man grounds and pounds your fucking face down. And either A, you stay with that person, or B, it escalates to a point where you have to start calling folks. And me and my family was having a discussion about this yesterday because we were talking about, how everyone's safety is at risk when these type of situations take place. Right. And this is an obvious situation right here because look what happened. A young man was actually killed. So this is very, very sad. The other part about that is with Kirk and Rashida. Again, I know you want to protect your children and all of that. So I see nothing wrong with them if that's what they did. But that's also messed up because you also have to be the person that holds your children accountable. So it would have been better if y'all went to the precinct and took them in with a good lawyer because y'all have a lot of money and said, listen, my sons were defending themselves. This is what took place. Here's their lawyer. Here's the story. Let's move on. Like the sister said, it does look sus when everybody flee the scene. There's no weapon there. There's a shot person. The cops is called an hour later. Like all of that looks crazy. All of that is crazy. And it makes it look like something is going on and you guys don't give a damn about that. And that's sad. And that is sad because this is somebody's life. This is somebody's life. So to know that went that way, if it did go that way, that's a very, very sad thing. But what I always tell y'all, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on it, especially from what I have experienced these last couple of months in my life, karma don't miss nobody, baby. Karma don't miss nobody. So if there was some foul play and they unalived this young man because he was doing whatever to their sister, and everybody's going to get what they need. Everybody is going to get what they need. And if he was beating the dog shit out of Kelsey, and that's what he got, then the chips fell where they may. But if you did unalive him, there was some foul play because, again, you could also go there and de-escalate. You could also go there and de-escalate. I'm not saying it's okay for a man to put their hands on a woman, but if you're coming in and you want to protect your sister, removing that person from the space and de-escalating. But I'm learning that people fight people, family members, and then go back to the woman and all. Girl, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. My thing is, I'm not tolerating it. I'm not tolerating it. You're not putting your motherfucking hands on me. I'm not getting my brothers and cousins and male friends involved. You're not staying with me after you put your hands on me. There's none of that. So I know people are okay with it. They allow it in their lifestyle. That's not what I'm doing. And this is a sad situation, keeping the family uplifted in prayer and hoping that there was no foul play. Because like they said, all of this fleeing the scene and all of that, it leads me to believe that it was. It leads me to believe that it was. And that's terrible. That is terrible because if nothing else, y'all could have came in and at least de-escalated, got the guy up out of there. Like they said, called the police, whatever you wanted to do. But, so I guess we're going to stay in the realm of love and hip hop. And I'm going to talk about this whole Ciara Mendici. This was very weird. So this came up on a news feed, right? Let me see if they're going to show the video. Because I don't, first of all, Yandy, I always said this from the beginning. You should have never bought. First of all, it don't even seem like you should be in fucking Atlanta. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me you need to take your ass back from, hey, Tifa girl, my nosy neighbor. It's giving me Yandy. Yandy, come here. Come to the front of the congregation, Yan. Come on up here, girl. I think you need to come home. I think you need to come home, sugar. I think you need to come home. I really, really think you need to come home because I think down there you are getting dog walked and mollywop. And I think that Mendici is a large part of it. So not saying he wouldn't dog walk you and mollywop you in New York, but I feel like you would have more support if you were home. Sugar, nobody don't got your back down there. It seems like they all laughing at you and playing in your face, including your fucking husband. And you have no real support down there. Because here's another woman saying something about your marriage that's within that friend group. You need to come home, Yandy. You need to come home. Now, what you gonna do about your man and all his nut shit? Listen, I don't know what to tell you, baby. Whatever, what you allow is what will continue. Let me make that clear and let me put that in the motherfucking chat and y'all can put it in there for me. What you allow, please type it big and bold. What you allow is what will continue, Yandy. So if your fucking man is a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. I truly understand wanting to work out a marriage. I truly understand wanting to keep a family together. But this is not how you keep a family together. That's not family. That's not family. That's not family. That's the person that, in my opinion, he might low-key hate your fucking ass because he's constantly disrespecting and embarrassing you. And you're holding on to him for dear life because he's your husband and your kid's father. sweetie, I think you got to let go of the fantasy because I think he don't share the same views. This is disgusting. And I think you need to bring your fucking ass home. Because like I said, he is dog walking and molly whopping you out there. And so is the rest of them fucking people because you don't have no support. You need to come home, sugar. You need to come home. Y'all going on and let Yandy come on home, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Because I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. You're really embarrassing yourself. You up there saying, oh, well, maybe you the one that was in the chat. Took no, 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 no. No, 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 no. So I think you need to come home. And like I said, if you decide to leave your fucking husband when you get here, then that's between you and him. I already don't want to get nobody marriage. I'm just saying that this have to stop. This have to stop. This have to fucking stop. So anyway, let's get to what really happened. Let's get to what really happened. This happened today. Remember I said that what you allow is what will continue. Absolutely not. Yeah, because I was looking at this morning. I found this to be very weird. Like, hold on one second.
Always mind the business that I paid, that paid me. That's why every time I see Medici's out with, oh girl, what's the girl name? Angie, that's married at MTK, and I seen them a few other places. And I got pictures too. I usually just mind my business, but tonight you really tried it. I told you not. How you gonna want to be a cheater?
Wait a minute. So I want to say something, right? And this again, Yandy, this is why I'm telling you, you need to bring your fucking ass home, right? This is why you need to bring your ass home. Because you see what she just said? She was like, I've seen this person out. First of all, she started off by saying, I mind the business that pays me, right? That's what she said, right? She said that. Y'all heard that. I'm not making it up. I mind the business that pays me, right? Then she proceeded to say, and I've been out and I've seen your man with this married woman, your husband with this married woman. And I'm guessing she means she sees them coupled up. And I have pictures and I have Ciara, the way you just contradicted yourself made no sense, right? Because if you were minding the fucking business that paid you, you wouldn't be taking pictures of another woman's husband with another married woman looking like they was coupled up. You know why? Because that's none of your fucking business. Right? So I thought that you were minding the business that pays you. On top of that, if you were going to take it that far to not mind the business that pays you, you could have at least done the young lady the decency of telling her, listen, these people be out here together. This is what it look like when they be out, and deal with it from there. No, I think you had that as ammunition in your back fucking pocket. I think you had that as ammunition in your back pocket. So in any event that you and Yandy fella fuck out, you can now reveal what you had in your back pocket. But that's why I said, Yandy, you need to bring your fucking ass home. You need to bring your ass home because that's why she the second one. First it was Rashida. They're down there playing in your fucking face, girl. But let the girl continue. I done got riled up already. We ain't even, how many minutes is we into the live?
And be scared that your husband gonna find out. You just created so much commotion tonight. Somebody could have ended up shot. Somebody could have ended up in jail. It was so much. Because one thing about it, it was 4 big security. Baby, one thing about it, I'm standing beside mine. And for the most part, I have always minded the business that paid me. And I'm a businesswoman. I know God's still working on me. But when it comes down to my husband, this one right here especially, I love him for real. And it ain't even going down. And when a big light-skinned security really came at him, he really knocked his down, and I came right behind him. But then this other dark-skinned security came up behind him, trying to choke him. Y'all listen. You didn't want it to get out so bad about you and DC's. And I got the screenshots, and I'm about to post them. Because Mendices was like, oh, her husband she don't want her husband to find out. And I kept it cool because I really don't get in cool business. And I minded mine, but he kept getting my business about Eric. And it was cool tonight. The only thing I told you was get out my face. And I'm a businesswoman. I told you to get out my face lying. And then you gonna come back and bring Eric with them wide ass hips and somebody else like they were gonna do something. This our city. Ain't nobody gonna for me or my at all. They not. They're not. Angie, Mendices, Yandy, get away. I told you to get out my face.
Okay, it says here recently, Love and Hip Hop star Sierra Gates took to social media to speak about an incident with a woman she says is married and involved with her Love and Hip Hop co-star Mendices, who is also married. In a statement provided to the Shade Room, Sierra explained that the woman approached her eager to talk, but things seemingly escalated. In her previous video, she shared that security had to get involved during the incident. Sierra shared that she had already shared the details of the incident with Mendices' wife, Yandy. Did you now? Okay. So then she says here, to my supporters in the public, I want to take a moment to directly address what happened last night. A woman approached me, seemingly eager to talk, and unfortunately, the situation quickly went left. I have already shared the details with Yandy. Moments like these are exactly why you rarely see me out at IG parties. I am usually working, spending time with my kids and husband, or simply enjoying some self-care, whether it's getting my hair or lips done. Oh, absolutely not. Leave them lips alone, girl. This was supposed to be a time of focus, joy, and purpose for me. I have been fasting in preparation for my Money Monster University event so I could show up in my best spirit. But last night, I allowed negativity to win. I let someone get under my skin, and I reacted in a way that does not represent the woman I have worked hard to become. Looking back, I regret it. I'm human. I was triggered, and when someone I love dearly is involved, my protective instincts kick in, especially when it comes to my husband and kids. I will always stand by my family 10 toes down. My husband is quiet, respectful, reserved man. I think he's a little retarded too, but that's just my personal opinion. But as you saw last night, he will fiercely defend me in his respect. I stood right beside him as I always will. People will think and judge how they want, but in a couple of days, none of this will matter. My focus is back on my purpose, my family, and the incredible things we're building. I pray this is a reminder for everyone to guard their peace, because the enemy will always try to distract you when you're on the verge of something great. With love and gratitude, Sierra Gates. Sierra, I definitely agree with you with protecting your peace, my dear. Let me say this, right? Sierra, ain't you pregnant? Ain't you pregnant? You just announced on the show not too long ago that she was pregnant. Hey, Stephanie, girl, my nosy neighbor. Look at Tifa roll her eyes in the back of her head. Didn't you just announce on the show 2 episodes ago or some shit like that she was pregnant? So how are you having time to be all of these places and get all into this negativity? So was that a lie? Either way, don't fucking matter. Like I said, you claiming that you already shared this with Yandy. Again, being a friend, right? Because if you're saying that you shared it with Yandy, because I'm guessing you're making the assumption that you guys are friends. You didn't have to get all public about him being there with her. You could have just said you had an argument with a woman, Angie. You did not have to tell what the argument was about. Because at that point, you know that you're embarrassing Yandy, because she's trying to fucking hide all of this. But Yandy, I told you, bring your ass back home, girl. Bring your ass home. You're not down there with no friends. You are not down there with any friends. And really and truly, you're not really down there with no family either, because the way Mendices is treating you, that's not your family. That's not your family. That's not your family. One thing I know about niggas that fuck with you and bang with you and love you to death, they ain't gonna spin about you. They not gonna embarrass you like this. This shit is nasty work. This is nasty work. He's a grown-ass man. Y'all have children. You're a public figure. He should know better than this. He should really, really know better than this. He has no respect for you. That's what it is. And once a nigga lose respect for you, bitch, you got to roll. That's it. There's no more excuses for you to make. There's no more family for you to try to keep together. No, my nigga, you got to roll. You got to roll. You got to go. And it's obvious that he lost respect for you, because look at all the shit that he's allowing to take place. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. Come on now. Come on. It's very disrespectful. This is very disrespectful. Then on the show, you try to ask his fucking raggedy ass, can he say something or do something? He's telling you he don't do stuff like that. And you telling everybody else, because Mendices is just not that type of guy. What the fuck type of guy is Mendices then? A lying, cheating bastard that has no respect. Meanwhile, you out there getting maced up and shit outside the fucking jail. Come on. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, right? Things that you love, you protect. Let me say that again. Things or people, let me say that you love, you protect. No matter what. No matter what. Even if at some points it puts you at risk, you fiercely protect those people and those things that you love. That's important to you. Yandy, sweetie, I'm sorry. I do think that it's a beautiful thing to honor your marriage. I do think it's a beautiful thing to be able to weather storms. I do think it's a beautiful thing to be able to keep families together. You come from family. I get it, sweetie. I get it. But my other question I would have to pose is, do you come from any self-respect and self-love? Because at the tail end of all that family and marriage and all of that, that has to be at the core and at the center. And if a person is telling you, I just got a meme in my phone that said that. It said, ain't no way a motherfucker gonna tell you something and show you opposite. I'm sorry, Buki. You gotta roll. You gotta roll. You have to roll. You have to roll. And again, maybe if y'all took some separation time, maybe he would start to. I don't fucking know, girl. I don't know. I know they playing down there in your face, girl. I know they are playing down there in your face to the highest magnitude, and I don't like it. I don't like it because if nothing else, I know you can have your little sometimes kind of like phony-ish ways and stuff that they talk about, but I always liked Yandy. I always liked Yandy, and I love the fact that if nothing else, she always came across like a good girl, like so to speak. Like I'm gonna handle my business, I'm gonna take care of my family. You know, I like that about her. You know, and all you doing is letting this man tarnish your reputation and embarrass you and disrespect. You don't have to do that, sugar. You don't have to do that. Not when it could be people out there that would value you. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But Medici, you know what? Listen, if this girl, Yandy, put that girl come get your healing heart session. Come get your healing heart session. Come get your fucking healing heart session. Because I tell you how to do this, son. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But let's move on because it's another situation that I'm telling you, Mercury retrograde dog walk the fuck out of us. I'm inclined to believe that. So hold on one second. I want to share something else with y'all that I came across. And I was like, wait, what? All right. Can I hear this? Is the volume on? Hold on. Here. So I saw this today.
Beats and Alicia Keys are headed for divorce. It's saying that allegedly he got a baby on the way by his side chick. Now, mind you, what your grandma always tell you, how you get them is how you lose them. It doesn't matter. Karma is going to always happen for you. You know, you're going to always reap what you sow, no matter how long it takes. They done been married for a long time. But what's so crazy is that throughout the years that Swiss and Alicia been married, she ain't had a complete album, and he a producer. It's just all bad. But Swiss was married to Mashonda. Alicia got pregnant before he was even divorced from his last wife, Mashonda. Swiss didn't marry Alicia until she was like 8 months pregnant. She was big and pregnant on her wedding photos. And if I remember correctly, he had a $2 million tax lien back then that she paid. She paid his $2 million tax lien. So what do we call that type of woman? A pick-me. Just because it's Alicia Keys, just because she's a celebrity, does not mean she does not have that pick-me mentality. But understand, you're going to always reap what you sow. I wouldn't be surprised if she paid that girl to get on that. Remember they did that interview and, you know, saying that it was no problem and they all cool. I guarantee you, Alicia's like, listen, I'm going to give you this $100K. Just sit here and just do this. Please, just do this interview. She's dead ass wrong. And her son, I don't know if that was the son that she had. Like when she gave birth, that first child, I think that his name is Cairo, whatever it is, that boy's mouth is so slick and disrespectful towards his mom. I've seen several videos where he has been disrespectful. I'm not going to even lie to you. That little boy would have been picking himself off the ground after a lot of the stuff that he said to Alicia. But that's her karma too. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think that you can go through life and karma not hit you. I don't know if they're going to divorce or whatever, but the streets is talking. And for those of you that say, I don't know why people all in other people's business and people need to mind their business.
Yeah, she just went on a tangent right here. She started saying she don't know why people's get mad. She reporting this, but basically that was the long and the short of it. Number one on the list. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, right? I know you guys probably remember when I told y'all this in a couple of lives, but I told y'all it in a recent live too, where I told you that before I knew what my purpose was on this earth, I would always have the dream about I'm sitting on a bench and people come by and everybody gets up and go and I'm still on the bench, whatever, right? And I told y'all like that was like a metaphor for my life at that time, right? I never had that dream since I started Healing Hearts because I found my purpose, right? But the other part of me, which again, I rekindled some of that this weekend too, the hostess side of me. And then there was always a side of me that did this, right? That did the whole like, and it's crazy because Stephanie's here. Stephanie could even attest to this. Steph, am I lying? Even back then, we would go back and forth in like 2011 about Christy and Yandy. And it was always a part of me that knew I would do this too. It's just at that time, I didn't know it would be called podcasting and content creating, but there was always a side of me that knew I was going to do this, right? And one of the things was also Alicia Keys, Swiss, and Mashonda situation. Because Alicia Keys is an Aquarius. Alicia Keys and my dad has the same birthday, January 25th, right? And Andrew Schiefer, shout out Andrew Schiefer, right? So, you know, I love my Aquarius. But then it was always just something about like, I don't like a false sense of confidence, right? And I feel like people don't know when they have that false sense because they try to pretend like they are so confident. You ever seen that? You ever seen like a homegirl tell you like, oh, I think I'm the prettiest girl in the room. Nobody can fuck with me. I look mad good. I don't play. But then I watch you let somebody treat you so fucked up and so bad. And I'm like, but I thought she was that girl. Like, if you thought she was that girl, why are you allowing somebody to mistreat you? Because I feel like it's like a false sense of confidence. You don't really feel like you're that girl. You just want to tell everybody else that you want them to believe it, right? Something in me kind of felt like that about Alicia Keys. I love her, but I always felt like she always talked like on that, like, you know, I just, when souls connect and spiritual guidance and I just used to be like, Alicia, shut the fuck up. No shade. No shade. And I like her, but I don't know, something in the back of my mind gave me, Alicia, shut the fuck up. No shade. I swear to God, no shade, right? And again, that's why I fucks with my girl B. That's why Beyonce will always be number one for me, because my bitch, why I fucks with her is because something in me, something in her says to me, I believe in me. So I ain't got to be in here pump faking and I believe in me, which is why I could do all the shit I'm doing and I believe in me, right? Whereas with Alicia, I always got that, right? So I didn't want to say nothing because what I had learned about myself was that I'm very much, y'all don't even know, like it made me want to cry right now. I'm such a get a feeling type of person. Like, I don't know why God put this discernment on me. Like, I am so much of a get a feeling type of person. Even if I don't get no tangible proof, God will always place something in my spirit. And what I started doing was, if Melissa on here, Melissa could tell you, shout out Melissa, she would tell you, like, I would get the feeling when we first met, when me and her first started hanging out, but I would be like, damn, I don't got nothing connected to it, just a feeling. So as I would just tell her as time went on, but I would just tell her after the thing already happened. And I'd be trying to tell her, like, Melissa, I've been had that feeling. I just didn't want to say nothing. So what I started doing was, as our friendship progressed, I would write things down. And I would tell her, like, Melissa, I got a feeling. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to fold it up and put it away. If it never come true, you will never see this paper. But if it come true, I'm going to pull this motherfucking paper out. And they will have the date, the time. So you know that for whatever reason, God will put this spirit of discernment on me so heavy, right? Even to right now, like, shit didn't happen in the last couple of weeks of my life. If I show y'all my notes, it's literally like it happened at 8 o'clock that night, but I put it in my notes at 2 o'clock that afternoon. That's how much God placed things in my spirit, right? So anyway, when I had that thought about Alicia Keys, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to say nothing because then you just look like you're trying to hate on her because she's so talented, so beautiful. Why are you saying like you have that feeling? So I stayed quiet. But then when the shit happened with Mashonda, and remember Mashonda, she was supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop when it first came out, but she decided against it. I guess maybe Swiss was like, hell fucking no, bitch, sit your ass down. So, because remember, she was up there talking to Emily V and all of that, right? Talking about her own situation. But I just always felt like, Alicia, If you thought so highly of yourself and the way that you speak about you being a spiritual being that floats along the stars, all this dumbass shit, right? And again, physically looking at you, you are one of the most beautiful women on the planet. You're gorgeous. So it's not a physical thing, but something in you don't believe that, because why you backdoor that bitch? Why did you backdoor that lady? No, I don't care how you try to put it. Oh, they wasn't. No. It don't have nothing to do with them not being happy. Why did you backdoor that lady? You backdoored that lady because something in you don't feel worthy enough. And that's why it was okay for you to want another woman's man or husband or whatever he was, because when he was actively with her, because something in you didn't feel worthy enough to get your own man and your own husband. Right? So that's why you did it. Right? And again, it made me remember why I always felt like, Alicia, shut the fuck up. Because I low-key knew you was full of shit. God forgive me. I knew it. But I also know is that karma. Yo, I really don't think y'all understand. Like, I talk about this so much to a point. I think that, you know what? It ain't got to a point that Tifa said, I love this for you. I love you. I love it for me too, Tifa. You're very girl. I'm telling you. That spirit of discernment is so heavy on me that I'm now learning in this chapter of my life. It's so heavy on me that I got to protect myself from a lot of people and places because of how just how gifted I am. And girl, we'll get into that. So anyway, but so now I'm looking at Alicia when she backdoor her, and like what the lady said in the video, I think that because of your image and all of that, y'all kind of pretty much tried to make this lady feel like, well, you know, we didn't do it to hurt you, and just say we're all good. And lady being Mashonda went, I don't really think y'all are all good. I think she's still peeking at you, like, you know, even though I don't want this nigga no more, and y'all together and all that, but the way this shit went was fucked up. It was fucked up. And Alicia, you know it was fucked up. You had no business doing it. But guess what, honey? AK, come here, AK. AK, I think the chickens done come home to roost, baby. I think they've come home to roost, because I think the same way how you backdoored Mashonda, somebody backdoored you, and whoop, here we are. Here the fuck we are, right? And you know what I don't respect about Swiss, and I don't respect no man that do this, right? I don't respect all of that. He in the public, this is my queen, and we pray together every night, and the love we had stays on my mind. Nigga, you a cheating, lying ass bitch. Straight up. And again, I don't need you to be out here worshiping me and talking all beautiful about me, knowing behind my back you dog walking me. So I'd rather he don't talk about how much their love is the epitome of his heart. It can't be if you're still doing that. It can't be. So hearing him say these things and now knowing he still have allegedly have a side woman that's having a baby, it's like, Swiss, why was you trying to get us to believe that this was the best love of your life? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And you know why it wasn't? Because you was still able to dip and dabble on the side. Where you was trying to get us to believe in the public eye that she was everything to you. The moon and the sun rise and set on her ass. You didn't need to be doing that. Who cares? You married her. So let us think whatever we want to think about your relationship. We should have stayed quiet, because this is even more embarrassing. To have a nigga act like he got you up on a pedestal when really he dragging your ass low-key behind your back. And Alicia, come on. But again, you heard what the lady said in the video. That's how you got him. So, that's what I will say. Karma ain't gonna miss nobody, baby. Karma ain't gonna miss nobody. So the same way how it's getting getting Alicia, because she allegedly ... It's also gonna get Swiss. It's also going to get Swiss. And Swiss for you, I think is going to get you even harder, because this seems like a pattern for you. It seems like in every one of your relationships, you have to do this weird shit right here, you know, and then you go up there and you say all this prolific shit to get everybody to believe you think you God body or something. When really, Swiss, your skinny ass is full of shit. That's the long and the short of it. And for whatever reason, it's playing out. So I want to see how this is gonna go because they do an excellent job at hiding their shit. That's one thing they do. They will go up there and be like, the rumors are not true. And because even one time they were saying that they was doing threesomes with Lala. That's what I heard. I heard that Lala allegedly was the third party in their bedroom. Lala Anthony, allegedly. I heard that. And no, and people just make things up. And so y'all very good at hiding your shit. Like I said, Swiss, whatever you hiding, it's gonna come to the forefront. So it don't even matter, all right? But anyway, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. We have one more thing to talk. Yo, I'm telling y'all, Mercury retrograde beat the shit out of everybody, okay? It whipped on all of us. I'm like, what is going on? But this is what happens. This is what happens. So it is what it is. You know, it's unfortunate because you don't want to see these unions come tumbling down. You know, it makes you sad. You definitely want love for everybody. But, you know, I know for me personally, I want true love. I want true love. You know, so I don't mind it. I want love for everybody, but I want true love more importantly for everybody. Because when you get that fabricated, you know, representative and shit like that, that shit comes tumbling down. It comes tumbling down, and it could really, really be harmful to a person because remember, this person is showing up as a representative. This person is believing it, and then when it all comes tumbling down, it looks bad. It looks bad, and it feels bad. More importantly. So, you know, I want everybody to get true love. And if what Alicia Keys and Swiss had was not true love, it was all fabricated because he can't get his shit together or she, whatever the case may be, then they need to really, really do something about that. Because this was very unfortunate, but it ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun. So, all right, child, I'm telling you, Mercury Retro. I know you plan on bringing your raggedy ass back over here in November. I won't be here for a Mercury. Mercury, just so we clear, I would not be here for when you return, okay? So leave me out the group chat. I'm letting you know right now, you dog walked me in March. You dog walked me this month. You ain't dog walking me in November. I learned my lesson. Mercury. So you can go on ahead and leave me the fuck alone. But all right, we had another one. I'm telling you, I was like, God damn, what is going on? And I want to talk about this because I got a lot of feedback from people regarding this. So I definitely want us to talk more about this, right? Got to be more careful. It says Tracy T with a post following the news of Cash Doll and Zadarius Smith's breakup. It looks like I'm gonna be paying that tuition by myself. Still Tracy T out now. Tracy T is a nut. Tracy T is a nut. He loved to aggravate. And he wrote that because Zadarius had wrote he wrote Cashton don't want to be there because she put up the picture. And Zadarius wrote, nigga, when you ready to buy school clothes and go half on that tuition, let me know. Right? And it says here, Cash Doll confirmed split from Zadarius Smith. At this point in my life, I just need to be single. Zadarius is a great guy, but we can't see eye to eye. With all due respect, we decided to part ways. I'm giving the internet a break. Also, I'm done with y'all right now too. And he wrote single. So a lot of people had hit me up about this. They were saying that they was asking me what did I think, but then they also was sharing me what they thought, which was a lot of people felt like, you know, he might be a little bit too controlling for her. They kind of felt like that's what the energy was, yada yada yada, right? God forgive me, y'all. I never really had Cash Doll to think about until recently, and even with recently thinking about her, I don't know, something in her spirit doesn't resonate with me because she kind of gives off to me like that Remy Martin kind of vibe. Remy Ma and those type of females, for whatever reason, my energy doesn't gravitate towards that. And not necessarily because I dislike them or anything of the sort, but that kind of like, I don't know, for whatever reason, my energy don't resonate with those type of people. So I never really was able to befriend them good, right? And Cash Doll kind of gave me that too. It's not I don't know, something like more like a masculine, I don't know. No, I don't know. So I resonated with Cash Doll with her hair. She always got good hair. And here's my thing, right? So anyway, I didn't have her to think about until recently. And even when listening to her, a lot of things that she talked about in her interviews, I love. I think she's smart. I think she's beautiful. I just know that I don't like, you see how, like I tell you, I love Beyonce. Like, I mean, I just never. So when she got with this guy, I didn't have them to think about, so I wasn't paying much attention. I'm not gonna lie. So when people was hitting me up to say they feel like he might be controlling it, I guess he's African or whatever, I wasn't really paying that too much attention, because I was like, I mean, I guess I don't. But I'm gonna tell you what I really thought, and y'all could get mad at me, but this is how I feel. I feel like Cash Doll. I feel like Cardi B. I feel like Tiana Taylor, and I feel like Megan Good. I feel like all four of those relationships are going to come crashing down. It's going to burn. And while I would not like to see that happen, I only have that thought because these are relationships that assemble too quickly, right? When you are in a relationship that involves you having real feelings, I don't mean, oh, I got with a nigga and liked him and had a baby. No. I don't mean the sex is so good, so me and you got married. No. I don't mean that. I mean, if you were full-fledged, emotionally invested in a relationship, when you remove yourself from that relationship, you need time to yourself. You need time to yourself, because you have to remember your emotions was at 100 with that other person. So now when they drop it down to 0 for whatever y'all might be going through, let's just say y'all breaking up because they moving or whatever y'all might be going through, once your emotions go down to 0, you need time to process what took place in that situation. You need time to process your feelings regarding that situation, because remember, your feelings don't leave just because they said goodbye. Your feelings don't leave just because you said goodbye. So there's still something lingering there, but there's some pain. And that other person serves as a distraction to you from that pain. So anytime that I see people go into, oh, you know, this was a beautiful thing. I loved you, the love of my life, but you saying you're gonna move away. That hurt me. So now I go with somebody else. Yeah, I do go with them, and they're a distraction from the pain that I feel about us not being together. But that distraction is gonna wear off, because I need time to myself to sit with my shit. I need to, but because I don't want to sit with my shit, because that's going to require me having to deal with this pain. Let me just go over here and get with you and show up with my representative. So now I'm here with my representative, and I'm sweet and I'm nice and I'm going along with everything because I'm so busy trying to escape the pain from my last situation. But that wears off eventually. That wears off. And at some point, you're going to have to sit with that pain. And when you start knowing that, the other person is going to feel it. So it's going to be things like, yo, what's up? Last night she was acting different. Or, oh, you don't want to see me no more. Oh, you trying to like, nah, it's good. I'm great. No, don't worry about it. But no, you're not, because you didn't take the time to heal from your last situation. So now here you are, and the new person is feeling the energy being pulled away and the difference in you. And after a while, they get frustrated. So now y'all beefing because they calling out, you want some new shit. And really and truly, this ain't no new shit. This is shit you should have been on from the beginning if you'd have took the time to heal. You rushed into that. And I feel like Cardi rushed into that. Cash Doll rushed into that. Tiana Taylor rushed into that. And Megan Good rushed into that to escape the pain. And the reason why I feel that way, because you all see them do the same thing. Oh, I'm so happy over here now. My new love. He the best thing in my life. Oh, my God, he's so beautiful. Okay. I hear you, girl. Let me know how it works out. Because the sex is going to be amazing. And that person's going to be like a whirlwind romance for you, because you coming from pain. You were just hurting. This other person just hurt you. But your emotional investment in that other person, it does not disintegrate or disappear because somebody else is currently stimulating you. No, baby, it's still there. And eventually it will hit the motherfucking surface. And when it do, you and that other person are going to crash and burn, because they're going to feel a way about that. They are going to feel a way about that. And you can't explain it. Because you could be trying to tell them, this don't have nothing to do with me wanting to get back with the old person. This is just about, I'm trying to figure some shit out. And I can't do that because you're so busy crowding me. I'm crowding you, bitch, because you told me you want to be with you when you left that other nigga. What's up? What you acting funny for now? You miss him? This is not about him. Yes, it is. You still want to give him some. Oh Lord, here we go. I'm telling. I've sat in healing heart sessions with people, and I'm like, okay, that's who you talk to now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he ain't like the last one. He really loved me. I'm like, you knew that in 2 weeks. And here, do you love him back? Yeah, yeah. Because he not like Harry. Harry treated me bad. Harry did, but you had a long-term emotional investment with Harry. It left yesterday when you met this one here. Yeah, yeah, this one. Okay. 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 So I'm sorry, no. And I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of feel bad for the new person because in some situations I've been that. I'm not gonna lie. In some situations, I've been the new person where I'm showing up so beautiful and so grand, but this person is like, and I don't want to take nothing away from you, Khadijah. You are beautiful and grand, but I just don't have the emotional investment to give right now. I get it. I get it. When I was younger, of course, I couldn't get it. So I've been the new person that, you know, I'm thinking that this person is over that person and I'm taking their mind off of. I've been that. I've been the old person as well that went through the rough time with the person, but that again, I've been in every position, right? I just never have been in a position where I ran into the arms of the one that loved me. Absolutely not. I'm not that type of person. I need to do my own self-work because I always tell everybody that encounters me, I'm a wife. I'm getting married. So when I get married, I don't want my husband to be like, oh, you know, you still think about Harry and Larry and you never got over. Absolutely not. No, I dealt with that. I processed that. I worked through that and I'm good on that. I'm with you, baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see people do it all the time. And don't get me wrong, I see why they do it. You want the comfort. You enjoy that. You want to feel good. You don't want to feel hurt by that other person. But sometimes you got to sit in that hurt to learn and grow because it happened for a reason. You know, but hey, that's just my logic. Who knows, right? So that I was very I wasn't shocked about that. It's just that once again, my discernment told it to me. But had I said it to anybody else, it would have looked as though, you know, you just want something bad to happen. It's like, no, I don't. No, I don't. It's obvious. It is obvious that something bad is going to happen because they didn't really do the work that needed to be done. So, okay, we got to come up off the breakups and makeups. I just wanted to update y'all. And yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on. And it's sad. It's sad because, again, you don't want people to not be happy. But like I tell you guys, I would rather me and everybody else in the world have true love. Not that fabricated, I'm just using you right now to keep my spirits up kind of love. No, you want the real deal. I wish the real deal Holyfield for everybody, you know, but only time can tell, right? So yeah, so that is what was going on. It was just so much going on. I know we have this this Aisha, I can't, and Anthony, and it says Aisha Howard reportedly asked Anthony Edwards for $500,000 in a public apology to affirm her integrity and role as mother before she officially signs off on sole custody agreement of their daughter. Can I ask a question? Why the fuck? Why would you need him to affirm your integrity and your role? Why would you need that from him? Affirm your own fucking integrity. You don't need that from him. That's why he dog walking you the way he is anyway, because you keep acting like you need things from this man, even down to no shade having a baby that he didn't fucking want. Like, no shade, but come on, no, you don't need him to affirm anything. That's why he keep doing this shit to you. Because now he's like, I need you to affirm. You're looking for validation somewhere else. You don't need him to affirm shit. You need him to sign over custody so he ain't never got to be bothered with your motherfucking baby again because he played in your motherfucking face. But here we go again with you need the that's why that validation outside, that's a problem right there. Oh Lord, tonight we coming up on an hour. Truth is, I'm died. Okay, I got one more for y'all. One more. I seen this and I was mortified. And this might have me on for another 20 fucking minutes, but no, I'm not gonna stay on that long. I was mortified. Hold on one second. Where is it here? It says disgusting. 37-year-old Michigan man sentenced to 18 to 40 years in prison for beating his 8-year-old stepson to death. His aunt says the parents ate well, dressed nice, and drove the best cars while starving their kids.
That I learned at a real young age is actions speak a lot louder than words. You might have some nice words for us right now, but I saw the pictures. I saw what you did to that child.
Mm.
And I won't say child, what you did to Adrian, an 8-year-old boy. I don't know how you could do that to someone that you claim you love. I see pictures all the time from homicide cases, people with holes in their head and their chest, sitting in puddles of blood, watch videos of people being stabbed. But these pictures were the worst I've ever seen. That is an 8-year-old child. Just to give everyone a little idea, and I noticed you talked about the boxing, but you didn't give any explanation to all those belt loop marks all over his lower body, maybe even 100 of them. I mean, that's how many. His entire lower body was covered in belt loops where you had beaten him, and as Miss Tim stated, even in the growing area. What is wrong with you? How can you do that? So I agree with Miss Timms. I wish I could sentence you to life. I think it's well deserved. But as Mr. Wheeler pointed out, parties have reached an agreement, and I know they negotiated hard, and I am going to respect the agreement that they've reached, and I am going to impose it. But I hope you take these next 18 to 40 years to really think long and hard about what you did to Adrian Timms. So with that being said, Mr. Hill, you're going to be sentenced to the Michigan Department of Corrections for a period of 18 to 40 years. Following special conditions, you must pay crime victims assessment in the amount of $130 as ordered by the court. Something I learned at a real young age is actions speak a lot louder.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Something I learned.
It says Jamal Hill, 37, was sentenced to 18 to 40 years after originally being charged with first-degree child abuse and felony murder for killing his stepson, 8-year-old Adrian Timms Jr. in November 2024 by beating him to death. The judge in his trial said he wanted to sentence him to life, but Hill pleaded out to an accepted agreement with prosecutors to second-degree homicide with the other charges dropped. He didn't leave the courtroom without the judge laying into him and blah, 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 blah. You know, but yeah, this is all blah, blah, blah at this point. Again, I don't, whether the judge sentenced him or not, you know, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Even if, I want to tell y'all something, even if the young man would have, even if the judge, it would have been some loophole and they would have allowed him to walk out that courtroom freely, but nothing. The way that God is going to ruin this man is going to be so sad that it will be to a point that if we're aware of it, we will pray that God have mercy on him. You don't know what God, are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? First of all, I want to ask a question, right? I don't even know why I did this story because now here I go, right? Oh my God, right? I want to ask a question. When I was younger, and here we go. And I caught myself like being like lit and like, yeah, I'm these bitches. I'm down with the Blunts crew. The name of our crew was Blunts, Blunts. It said for bitches like us never take shit. Listen, if you repeat it, you getting deleted. Don't play with me up here. But anyway, at that time, I don't even want to tell y'all my past. But anywho, that's why I do the work I do now, because I'm asking God for forgiveness for all this nut shit that I had going on. My nickname inside that crew was Baby Badness, aka Superior, right? Listen, you repeat it, you get deleted. I'm telling you now. Anyway, the name of my crew was Blunts. Bitches like us never take shit, right? Anywho, Lord, y'all knowing all my business. At the time when I was making an attempt to be in that crew, right? Well, not making an attempt because I was one of the leaders of it. So, what I'm talking about. But the one thing that everybody should know about me, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on it, is that I'm 100% nonviolent. I do not like physical violence. That's just me personally. If I see a fight, you know how you laughing, you joking, oh shit, why would you punch him like that? But when it gets too brutal and blood, so I can't even look at it no more. I can't even look at it no more because I'm not used to violence. I'm not used to mistreatment. I grew up in a very loving household. I come from a very loving family. So for me, just me personally, that's very overwhelming. So like if you wanted to tell me a story, it's certain parts you got to omit from the story because my psyche just cannot digest that because I don't come from that, right? So I remember one time when we were trying to be in a little group, and they was like, yeah, somebody want to be down with us, so we got to fucking jump them to get in a group. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I fought. I did. I'm not going to lie to y'all because I don't want to, I did. Even though I'm not violent back then, again, I'm still praying against those spirits. I fought, right? But I could never fight and get a person down, and when they down, stomp them. I could never jump in a fight with somebody. Like something in me just cannot be that brutal to a person, right? So remember, I can't be that way to another adult, right? I can't be that way to another adult. What the fuck? Mine. What is in your fucking psyche? What is in your DNA that would fucking allow you to be this way to a kid? What part doesn't register with girl, I don't even know why I got on this. Like, I honestly, I promise y'all, like, maybe in my future, I would spend the latter part of my life doing documentaries on these people because I would really need to know what in you could be okay with treating a fucking kid like this. It's demonic. It is demonic. So like I said, even if he would have snagged some fucking deal where the judge would let him walk out that courtroom that day, I promise you the moment he walked the fuck out, he would have got hit by a fucking bus. Okay? He got hit by a fucking bus. God is not going to play with him because God don't play with his children. And the way you mistreated a fucking child, you think that 18 or 40 years you're going to breeze through and come home at this age? Bitch, you're not coming home. You're not coming home. You're going to die in there. Just so we're clear, you're going to rot and die in there. Okay? That's the way God's gonna dog walk your fucking ass. And I wonder where's the fucking mama, because how did you get with a fucking man that you couldn't sense that he had that demonic spirit in him to mistreat your fucking kid like this? But you know what? See, Tifa just asked what happened to the mother. Exactly. I'm gonna do more of my research because if I go down a rabbit hole with this, y'all will have me here all fucking night. Y'all will have me here all night because y'all know there's something about that trigger. It triggers something in me that I'm learning, even the people that's closest to me, people can be very, very mean-spirited. People can be mean-spirited. That's why I'm this next chapter, I'm protecting my peace. I'm staying away from all of that shit because I done seen sides of evil and weird these last couple of months that I would have never thought I would see. It's nasty work. All right, we got one more. I saw this and I was like, wait, hold the fuck up. Cause see, yeah, people be, you know what? Let's look into it. Let's look into it. One more, y'all. One more, and then I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I promise. Cause I know I didn't talk y'all out. So one more. But I saw this online, and I just was so fucking once again weirded out by it. Hold on one second. It says Black woman shares video of verbally aggressive man who followed her after she rejected his advances. Says he was arrested, but his family is now harassing her. Let's see what she was saying.
Take my phone. Stop recording me. Get away from 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 me. Don't record me, bitch. Get away from me. Don't record me. Get away from me. You got the right to record me. Get away from 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 me. Stupid ass bitch. Get away from me. Stupid ass black bitch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I wish you would. I wish you would. Hit me if you want to. You on video. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get out the street, bitch. Get away from me. Weird ass bitch. Get away from me. Weird ass bitch. Yeah, okay. That's why your hair fucked up. Yeah, okay. New lace front, you broke ass. Okay. Your new iPhone, bitch. Got an iPhone. Okay.
Give me this.
Okay. You gonna go to jail.
Not she
You're
gonna go
gonna
to
go to
jail.
jail. You're gonna go to
You
jail.
start telling people that you're gonna go to jail.
Away from me.
Get out the street, bitch.
Get away from
Weird
me.
ass bitch.
Get away from
You
me.
get this weird ass bitch.
Yeah, okay.
That's why your hair fucked up.
Yeah, okay.
New lace front, you broke ass.
Okay.
Your new iPhone.
You're gonna go to
Okay.
jail. That's my new thing. You're
Okay.
gonna go to
You're
jail.
gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to
You're gonna
jail.
go to jail.
You're gonna go to jail.
Not you're gonna go to jail.
Away from me.
Get out the street, bitch.
Get away from me.
Weird ass bitch.
Okay, you guys, so I ended up finding out his information. Like I mentioned, the sergeant ended up giving it to me. So his name is Isaiah Clifton Gaines. He is being held on $50,000 bond. So yeah, you guys, this is his information. You know, through all of this, I really hope and pray he doesn't have like any children or a significant other that, you know, would have to endure what I did, you know, like just even with the quick interaction I had with him, you know. And then I see people in the comments saying like, what did I do? I did absolutely nothing. I was jogging. He began following me. I didn't say anything to him, so he followed me even more down another street. And finally, I told him to leave me alone. And that's when he became, you know, irate. So let's not do the victim shaming or anything like that. I absolutely did not engage with that man. So yeah, thanks guys. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and just quickly address a couple of things. If you guys even care to really hear about the situation still, but I've been very, very drained. I've been dealing with detectives, trying to make sure that they charge him because they did release him. His family has been sending me messages telling me to delete the videos, which I'm not going to do. And I'm not going to do that because the simple fact that there are so many women who I see in my comments who also go through these type of issues. I don't care about any type of attention or anything. I'm just here to bring awareness. Okay. As a female, I've dealt with men trying to talk to me and catcall and things like that. And, I don't respond. I never engage. It's just this particular incident, the individual, he just took it above and beyond. So what I want to just really address you guys, if you guys care to hear, is that I do own and possess multiple firearms. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. I own and possess multiple. I'm a very big 2A advocate. I even was a part of one of the Duncan B. Duncan cases that was heard in one of the New York cases that was heard where a person had to use their. Hey guys.
Okay. Well, again, you know, that was terrible. That was terrible to see and hear that, right? You know, this is how men speak. So listen, I don't. Let me tell you something. Right? The same way how I am 100%, especially in this day and age, nonviolent, I am verbally violent. Let me be honest. I am verbally violent. You know, I was raised where I can use my voice, you know, and I have a lot of tools to do so. So the way like he was cursing her out, and you see more of her responses like, you're going to jail and whatever, just leave me alone and don't come up on me. Absolutely not. The way the fire would have burnt in my motherfucking chest and throat for me to curse this motherfucker out so fucking bad that he would have ran with his tail between his legs. But see, people know who to try shit like that with. People know who to try shit like that. And he could sense that, like she said, I own firearms, but he could sense that I could see it from the video. Like, she's not presenting that level of aggression. And, you know, she's more like, just leave me alone. And, you know, so that's why you think you're going to play. No, baby, there's no playing here. Where you pitch the tent is where we have the circus, my nigga. So the moment that you start that fuck shit right here is the moment that I end it right here. So he probably would have to stop shouting me. But I'm telling you about the type of people. He would have never did it because if he was that type of person, he would have slapped her. He just want to talk. He want to talk. He like a hoe. He want to talk. And he could see she ain't built for that talking. That's why he could speak that way. Because once he would have went one, I go two. He go 3, I go 4. He pitched a 10 here. We have the circus right in this motherfucker. Don't play your fucking self. Leave this girl alone. But you see how men feel okay to degrade and disrespect women. That girl didn't want no problems. Even if she said something prior to her starting to record, the way she was trying to de-escalate after she recorded, why couldn't you come down? You're a man. You have no emotional regulation. No, you a hoe. You ain't no fucking man. You a hoe. And I'm learning there's a lot more hoes than it is men. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 channel, where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot topics. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up, because y'all know I don't like keeping y'all over an hour, but the topics is hot. Mercury retrograde ended today, and it's up, and it's stuck, and it's stuck, and it's up. So, I'm going to come back tomorrow. Because I promised you guys I was going to talk about the class. I call it the class. Cleanse and fast at the same time. But I want to talk about that. I want to know if you want to be a part of it. I want to know if you want to give up some things. I wanted to have a full out discussion. And I might have a damn DJ for y'all. I haven't done damn DJ in a long time, so I might have a damn DJ for y'all. We'll see. In any event, thank you. I love you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Also enjoy your evening, and I will see you guys manana.